Are you ready for an impromptu rant? I don't know if you are, but if you feel like you are, tie your hair up and let's get angry together because the government is getting me annoyed. The government is really annoying me, and I'm sure a lot of you feel this way too. So let's get together and let's be upset together and let's think about what things we can do to actually affect this situation that we're going through in the world of pharmacy in the United Kingdom. Hi guys, my name is Faith. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I speak here about everything pharmacy practice in the United Kingdom from my perspective as a Nigerian pharmacist who works with the NHS at the moment. If there's anything that you feel like you would like to hear from me, please feel free to suggest in the comment sections below and I will take it into consideration. I also welcome ethical dilemmas that we would like to dissect on the channel, so please feel free to send any ethical dilemmas that you have to my email address and I will be happy to look at it and decide whether it fits with our team on this channel. So yeah, I just said team. Oh, Nigerian. The theme of this channel. Anyways, hi, how are you doing? I just came here to rant a little bit. So I saw this news yesterday and I actually recorded this video yesterday, but I was really riled up and I feel like I've calmed down a little bit now, but let's still get into it, right? So I received my usual chemist and druggist news articles and something just stuck out to me. First of all, congratulations to everyone who passed their pre-registration qualification examination. Welcome to the fold. Hello there, new pharmacist. I am so excited to meet you. If you are stumbling on my channel for the first time, please buckle your belt and stay tuned because I'm sure you would enjoy yourself out here. So yes, let me just find this news for you guys. So the news headline reads, "Call for greater pharmacy role in vaccinations." As soon as I saw this, my blood started boiling. Okay, so I clicked on it and I'm just reading and they're saying things like, MPs call for greater pharmacy role in vaccine delivery amid uptake concerns. In a new report published today, the HSCC raised concerns that coverage rates for childhood vaccines in England were consistently below the UK average and that immunization rates have been consistently dropping in recent years. It added that it was especially concerned by a warning from the UK HSA earlier this month that London could see a measles outbreak with tens of thousands of cases if measles, mumps and rubella vaccination rates do not improve. We're concerned about this warning and blah blah blah. Let's go into the next one where they say expand pharmacist role. The HSCC said that its inquiry into prevention in health and social care held that flexibility around the healthcare professionals administering vaccinations could provide a solution for those who struggle to access vaccination because of practical challenges. The committee said that it agrees with evidence it heard from Moderna that pharmacists need to play a critical role in delivery of vaccines to address challenges in access. I'm just going to scroll down and read a bit more because yeah, let's get to the nitty-gritty. So they're saying that they agree with the Association of the British Pharmaceutical Industry suggestion that the potential for a greater role for non-traditional. Why is this dark? Why am I dark? I don't like it. Sorry, we'll use it like that. Okay, get brighter. Lovely. The report pointed to the incredible success of the COVID-19 vaccination program, saying that fundamental to that success was a wide range of people that were mobilized to deliver the vaccination. This is a lesson that cannot be forgotten when considering routine immunization programs. So basically, all they're saying is that pharmacists should do more in terms of administering vaccinations. And I can see their concerns and I can see their worries and I can see the frustration and I can see that they don't obviously want the larger populace to start dying off of diseases that they could have been vaccinated against, right? But my question is, at what point do these people actually start talking about putting more money into the pharmacy sector funding? All I hear is pharmacists can do more. Pharmacists need to do this. Pharmacists should do this. Pharmacists should do this. I work in a team that relies on community pharmacies to ensure that our patients get the right care. We set up compliance aids by using community pharmacies. And I've just been recently told that quite a few of the pharmacies that we use do not have the capacity to help these patients that we're sending to them anymore. So they're putting a stop to as much patients as we send to them. This is telling me that a lot more people are leaving community pharmacy. The structure of community pharmacy is changing to fit into or to accommodate this crisis that we have going on nowadays. Guys, I don't know why my lighting is going in and out, but I'm just going to carry on. So obviously there's a cost of living crisis, there's a financial crisis nationwide, worldwide. Obviously there's all of that, but I know that people know that healthcare is important, right? We need to acknowledge the fact that we are stretching the pharmacy sector too thin, way too thin, that at some point things are already breaking, to be honest, because there are barely any community pharmacists out there anymore. There are not many. Most people have gone into locum if they even want to remain in community pharmacy. There are barely any that are very, very happy in their roles. If you interview community pharmacists right now, a good at least 60 to 70% will tell you that they're miserable doing what they do. And I'm not sure why the Department of Health, the government, I don't know why. I honestly don't understand it. It's hard to recognize pharmacists in certain situations, but when it comes to giving us more jobs, and now they're finally realizing that there's so much more that we can do, that's when we get the recognition, the highlights, the everything. I just find it really unsettling. And fine, we actually are happy that we're recognized for being able to do more. It's just like, can the money match what you're asking us to do? Because the reality is that even as little as flu jabs that pharmacists do every year is very stretching. I can remember when I used to work in community pharmacy, like having anxiety when flu season was coming up, because you're here having to like meet quotas and targets, because obviously this business needs to make their profits, right? But it doesn't mean that you're not still met with the rest of the workload that you have had throughout the year in similar patterns. So for example, a pharmacy dispenses 5,000 items each month, right? And flu season comes around and that same pharmacist needs to administer flu jabs to a majority of the population around them. And they still have to deal with these 5,000 items. The funding unavailability makes it that pharmacy barely gets any more support, but in that short period of doing those immunizations, the pharmacist is so much more stretched and a lot more likely to make mistakes, a lot more likely to be very anxious. Like, there's so many things that go wrong during flu season because the businesses are trying to drive profits margins, right? And the pharmacist is being pushed to do more and more and more, and there's no funding to get enough team members to actually be able to support the pharmacists to be able to deliver these roles that you are asking them to do. Like now you're talking about measles vaccinations and all these. Fine, pharmacists jumped on COVID vaccinations, but at the end of the day, the businesses are the ones signing these contracts. On ground, the actual pharmacists doing the jobs are not doing okay at all. If you see a community pharmacist, give them a hug. They are not okay. Honestly, I see them daily and I know that a lot of them are struggling. Locums are the ones that are maybe able to like step away from the stresses of it all, because locums are able to say what they want to do and what they cannot do. But if you're employed by a company, 9% of the time you will just get told this is what you're doing and that's it, you have to do it. The company needs to make profit. They are a business at the end of the day, but then like your contract stipulates that you have to do certain things and you just have to do them, right? So if the pharmacy business now decides to take on all these things that the government is pushing on, obviously there will be money incentives for them, but how about give the pharmacy funding to actually make their systems more robust, to be able to manage all this load that you're putting on us? You know, at this point I just think we need prayers, because we've talked and talked and talked and talked. If there's anywhere that I need to like go and sign petition, or and they're saying we cannot strike. Like I saw an article the other day saying that pharmacists should not strike because they're contractors, and if they strike they'll be in breach of their contracts to the NHS. It is so stressful, guys. See, if you are religious, Christian, whoever you are, let's just pray, because I don't know what's going on, and this is our career, this is our profession on the line. If you're ready to exit the profession, fine. I'm not yet ready to exit the profession, but I feel so sorry for those people who are really going through the ringer right now. Thankfully, I'm not in that position, and the worst part of it is that people want to be pharmacists in the community, but this lack of flexibility, this lack of freedom, this lack of breathing space that pharmacists are having to deal with now is not even making it such that it's an attractive role for young, newly qualified people who intend to have families in the future. Like, you don't want to have a family and be having to deal with a lot of the stressors of community pharmacy. People are messaging me about like how like, can I give them a strategy on exiting the community pharmacy, especially because they've got children. Like, in what day and age would we get to the point where we realize that the majority of pharmacists are even women? The majority of pharmacists are young women who will end up having families shortly after their qualification, or even already probably have families before they qualify. And this lifestyle, this thing has to be able to accommodate. Let's not even talk about like the mental strain that you put on these people. Honestly, I just get so passionate about this, and it's very frustrating. So when I saw this news article, I was just annoyed all over again. So if there's anything that anybody can do, if there's anything you can suggest that we need to do to help the situation, please give us suggestions, because I don't even know how we're going to handle this, and I don't know where this is going to end up. But I feel like pharmacists are fighting a battle that I don't even know how we're going to win, because there's constantly a lack of recognition when it matters, but then the recognition now comes when you're ready to give us more workload. It is not fair, and you will end up really breaking the community pharmacy system. If you're somebody who matters and makes decisions about these things, and you come across this video, I pray that you have a change of heart, and I pray that you're able to effect something that causes a change in this system. But yeah, I'm just going to be over here praying and ranting whenever I can. Hopefully that my rant will get to somewhere. But on that note, have you signed up for Pharmacist Evolve? Have you bought your tickets? Pharmacist Evolve is actually a networking event that myself and Ife Akonde have put together just to bring together overseas pharmacists who are trying to qualify in the UK or have already qualified in the UK, just to get people together, sharing information, sharing tips, sharing nuggets, helping each other through this process and even beyond. You never know what you stand to gain from this networking event. I'm looking forward to meeting as many of you that decide to come. There are limited tickets, and ticket sale closes in a very, very short period of time. So if you haven't bought your ticket yet, please go ahead and grab a ticket, and I look forward to seeing you there. So yeah, this was an impromptu what's in the news. I just got really aggravated by this situation, and again, congratulations to all the newly qualified pharmacists. I hope to meet some of you guys someday soon. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you are as passionate as I am about these things, let's not just fold our arms. If we can't really do much right now, let's just pray. If we can do more than pray, let's just keep praying. If we start to see opportunities and avenues to make differences and changes, please jump on it if you can, because at the end of the day, if we would want to remain in this career, we want to make sure it is actually attractive to the future generation. All right, thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.